We are
We are
live.
live. Look
Here
at
we
that.
go. A little delay, but we're live. All right. Wow, Kyle, we did it.
We
We
did
are live on our first Cheetah Chat episode one.
episode
Hi,
one.
everyone watching. Now, because we're rookies at this, guys, in terms of our Cheetah Chat live, can we see who's scrolling through? We have to look at that on the actual Facebook to see who's joined us today.
It looks like we have two folks watching.
Okay, we have two folks watching. Cool.
Ooh, we
Hello.
got
Good morning. Good
th-
afternoon, rather.
three people.
Okay, three. And so I can't see the name to say hello, but if you guys, when we go through our today's chat, we're going to ask some questions to you all, and you can comment in the box below, I believe, right? They should be able to comment in the Facebook chat, right?
They could comment below, yeah.
All right, then. Lights, camera, action,
Okay.
right, Kyle? All right. So I guess we can start with our introductions for those of who are watching who are unfamiliar with who we are. Um, my name is Dr. Tashina Reeder. I am the director of the Community Health Training Alliance. And I work alongside this amazing individual. Want to introduce yourself?
My name is Kyle Chvasta. I am the public programs manager for the Community Health Training Alliance. And I too work with this amazing individual, Dr. Tashina Reeder. How long have you been working together now? It's been a little over 2 years, right?
It's been 2 years exactly. Cheetah began in 2018 of January.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 2 years old. We're kind of a relatively new program, and so we have been moving and shaking since then. And so many of you may have seen our names on emails and may have never seen our faces, or maybe you have on our webinars that we offer. And so here we are. Cheetah Chat is our new offering that we decided one day, Kyle, we said, let's just do a Cheetah Chat, right? Let's go on live and really interact with our audience and have some real conversations, right? And so we were thinking of like, what would this look like? Would it will be a cheetah chat, right? So Kyle, what is a cheetah chat? What's a cheetah chat?
Yeah, so pretty much what a cheetah chat is, we do a lot of didactic public health training information sessions. You know, you may have sat in on one of our webinars or been to one of our symposiums or conferences. This is more casual. This is just an opportunity for us to speak with folks in and around Philly, community members, service providers, organizations, activists, doctors, you have it, and just ask them or talk to them about what they're doing in the community to create a more just and healthy Philadelphia. So taking that public health angle and really, really democratizing it, really making it as accessible as possible. Essentially, it's a public health talk show. So we're here, we're our first guests, we're our
Yeah,
first,
sure.
just kind of talking about what we do and what the goals of this program are.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this Cheetah Chat because I think a lot of our programming is very academic,
Mhm.
very professional, and we wanted to have something really laid back where we can talk to the community at large about different public health topics, but also invite you guys in to give your ideas of different topics you would like to hear us talk about. But we'll get to that in a minute. But we're really excited about this new venture, being more vocal and more, I guess, seen, if you will, more
Mhm.
in real time, speaking with our audience. And so some of you may not know exactly what is Cheetah, right? What is the Community Health Training Alliance? So, we've been around for about 2 years. And it really started with the idea of offering a year-round, year-long educational offerings around various topics of public health, right? The program was really birthed out of AIDS Education Month that we host every June. Scott, you want to talk about that? 'Cause I know you were the pioneer to the creation of Cheetah.
I mean, I don't, I wouldn't use the term pioneer. I've just been here a long time. AIDS Education Month was this really great and transformative program that happened once a year. where there would be multiple programs happening all throughout the month of June that pertain to HIV/AIDS, and just kind of the intersection of prevention, treatment, and justice. But that was 1 month. That was just 1 month in the entire year. And Philadelphia Fight said, why can't we have HIV and AIDS education all year round? So as a result, the Community Health Training Alliance was kind of, as you said, birthed out of this need for ongoing education and ongoing training. We expanded the education offerings, but also wanted to do professional development trainings, capacity building, and things like that. Also just you can imagine doing 30 programs in 1 month is a little strenuous to say. So we just really wanted to see what we can do all year round. And I think
we've been doing awesome, right?
Yeah, since the jump, I think we've been doing quite a bit. We can't do half the things we used to do, but we were doing symposiums, lectures, public or community health fairs. Those are some of the things we.
Yeah, we did do those. Yeah, in the community.
So we're really just kind of the outward-facing educational branch of Fight. We work under the education department proper alongside our fellow programs Project Teach and the Critical Path Learning Center, but we really do the things that are pushed out in people's faces. So.
And so it's just Kyle and myself, and we rock and roll. And whenever we, plan different educational offerings, we always have the support of our education teammates and some of Fight staff also. And we also do a lot of collaborations in the community. And so a lot of the program you may have attended, like our reunion project, actually we're working on that coming up in November. And other events we may have had, oftentimes we collaborate with other community providers to have an educational event to offer to you all. And so this is kind of like our intro to CHTA Chat, because we want to do more of this. And I believe there's a lot of services. Look, I've been living in Philadelphia all my life, and there are a lot of programs that I am unaware of, and I have learned to become familiar with since working at Fight. And I feel like I said to Kyle, I think we should do something where we're like introducing other services, especially in light of COVID, right? So much has happened in 2020, and a lot of different programming have emerged because of everyone's need to pivot, right? We all had to shift and work from home and probably purchase new laptops and things like that so we could be able to function at home. And so there are a lot of different programs that Kyle and I came across and thought, wow, I wonder if folks know about these things. Why not just give them voice and interview people on their services, their programs, and specific topics and stuff like that. So we're actually excited to have our little, kind of like a little talk show, as Kyle said it earlier. So Kyle, let's talk. So we've been home for 6 months. How has it been adjusting to COVID?
Well, I don't even know where to begin with that. I think, there's definitely been COVID stages. I feel like there's been multiple chapters to this book. I know definitely in the beginning of the pandemic, even leading up to the stay-at-home orders, a lot of us were like, what is this? What's going to happen? You scour everywhere for the best info, and there was nothing. There was just editorialized data. There was disparate news articles all over the place, but nothing really substantial. And then March 13th happened, and we all went into lockdown. And then it was just like a barrage of so many different news sources and so many different health info sources. So I think that beginning point was really, if I could I'm trying not to be hyperbolic, but it was traumatic. We went into lockdown. We had to work quickly, and then we kind of found that pattern. And I think for our department and our program specifically, it was really, I think, encouraging that we were able to pivot so quickly and produce a whole summit I'm
And
still
now online, right?
I'm still tired from that, and I think, you know, our committee members and a lot of the people we worked with really came through. Yeah, I think the last 6 months have been really interesting to say the least. You
Mm,
know, I've learned a lot. I've
yeah.
learned a lot, and personally, you know, I've developed a lot of good habits and skills, a lot of good coping mechanisms. I quit smoking, so that was
Oh,
one. So yeah.
okay, okay.
So yeah, what about you?
A lot of what you said, I experienced similar. It was, for me, I went through waves of emotions. At first, I was probably more in shock, like this can't be really happening. Is this really happening? Are we really going to be quarantined? This at this point is March. We're gonna be quarantined, and initially, how you working. Sometimes you're like, I can't wait for vacation. I need a day off. And now you 6 months home. I'm like, oh my gosh, even though you're still working, being productive, I went through a period of time where I felt like I was working harder because I was home.
Yeah,
And I wanted to make sure things got done. But also, I began to grieve not being around people.
yeah,
I missed, me. I like the people's person. I like to be out amongst the people. I like
yeah,
to travel and say hi and, just chit chat. And so I really missed that part of life when we were all in quarantine. And so then came Zoom. We were Zoom, Zoom, Zoom.
yeah,
Everything was Zoom, right? And so it was good to see folks. I think there was a point where I began to feel a little burned out with Zoom. But once I became used to it, it created my own structure with working from home, also maintaining a balance, because you still have to maintain your life health balance.
yeah,
I'm sorry, life, work, and then health balance, because you're doing things differently. And so I had to really change the way I was thinking about things. So I don't know if you guys watching can relate to some of this. Maybe we can comment in the Facebook chat below to share some of your thoughts about how you've been adjusting. And now that we're in September, six
yeah,
months in, and we have to wear face masks. Kids are going back to school, and parents are a little concerned. And there's another level of stress parents are experiencing, having to homeschool their kids and still work. And so there's a lot that's still happening, and now we have talks of clinical trials coming down the pipe. And so there's a lot still happening within 2020 that we still have to adjust to and get prepared for. And so this year has definitely been an eye-opening experience of reflection. I've been doing a lot of thinking, like, wow, but I think this time has also shown me and enhance my skill sets. I don't know about you, Kyle, but we've been really creative during this period of time, having to work from home. Our creative juice has just been flowing. And so I don't know about you guys in the audience. Now, what are your thoughts? How are you coping and been dealing with this the past 6 months? With wearing your mask, trying to remain safe, keeping your hands clean, and social distancing, all of that stuff we've been doing and continue to do to remain safe. So, what are your thoughts about that, guys? Let's hear from you. Anybody speaking in the chat box on Facebook?
not yet. We may have some post comments that we can take a look at, but definitely I think the audience members should kind of think about those things. These are the kind of questions we want to put out to our audience, you know.
Yeah. Okay. And so this sheet of chat, we were thinking of doing probably twice a month, right? Um, with just interviewing members of the community. We're gonna start with Asada Thomas. We have her scheduled for September 23rd, Kyle. Is that the correct date?
Yep, September 23rd, 12 o'clock.
So we're excited to, meet with her because she has some upcoming events coming up via ICJ. We want to talk to her about that. And so she can announce and share with you all what is happening over at ICJ in October. And so we're looking forward to meeting with her. And some of the goals we have in mind for not just Sheeta Chat, but Sheeta just to be more public facing and do more educational offerings like a podcast. We're thinking of doing things like that so that you can have access to some of this educational information that it's free to, it should be, shared amongst the community so you guys can be in the know also. What do you think, Kyle? What are some of the goals you're thinking that?
Yeah, I think one of the big things we want to do is more things like this, podcasts, YouTube videos, things that are just more accessible. I think the crux of what we do is creating an accessibility of, for, creating public, creating education, public health education that's accessible and digestible for folks. Oftentimes that good public health information is buried deep in a journal, that you have to pay to get access to on a university's library system, and you're like, dang, I'm trying to find the real information here, not just some sentence in a really poorly written news article. I want that real stuff. So we try to bring that to the audience. So via this platform, I think, we're always working with community members and other organizations on different webinars, things like that. Just keep on going. I think we just want to keep on going and keep on producing good stuff. I think about all the stuff that has come out of our department so far this year, and I'm like, whew.
Yes, right.
Yeah. I have to say, this year's prevention summit, despite it having its challenges, was actually one of my favorite HIV prevention summits. And historic, it's been going on for more than 20 years now, and historically that event has been hosted at the convention center, and there's upwards of about 50 workshops, community organizations vended. There was a whole concourse of tables of different organizations, different hospitals, just providing their information to Philadelphians. And this year we had to pivot quickly and produce something online. And, there was about 25 webinars in the whole conference. We put on 25 webinars, but I have to say, like, looking back on it, it's some of my favorite content. And I think one of the benefits of doing it virtually was I was able to sit in on just about all of these sessions. And it was varying. A lot of it touched upon current topics. It was just really cool. What about you? What would you say some of your favorite programs this year were?
I mean, I'm a little biased because I think all of our programs are awesome. They were awesome. But I think one thing I'm most proud of, I think, of how we've been using social media to leverage this information. Now that, we're kind of forced to be kind of virtual, if you will. We're doing a lot now through Facebook. We have a YouTube channel, we're trying to, we're using Instagram as another platform to share this information. And I know that one of the big things that I'm proud of is that, because there's a lot of disinformation out there about different things that consequently people may believe or fall victim to because of not having the accurate information, that we are able to leverage our platform to give the correct information by having professional speakers, or this bringing the correct research to you all so that you can be in the know and aware of what's happening. And so I think being having social media access as platform really serves us good, to be able to get good information out there. We have our Word Wednesdays and our Health Fact Fridays that we use through our social media medium to educate. And so I think I'm also proud of that, Kyle, that while we do great events and webinars, I think our usage of social media to attract an audience to what we're doing, but also the youth, part of the summit, Prevention Summit, we had the Youth Central component, so youth can chime in. We have a Youth Central Instagram also, so youth can hear about what's happening specific to the youth, or different program that may be coming up down the pike. And so I think social media has been, but it's growing now, and it's probably the way to go to get some correct information out there to share and hear from folks, And so with all of this that we said, we're hoping you have a good understanding of what CHTA is and does, and some of our goals, and what CHTA Chat we're hoping will be would be just that, a cheetah chat on different topics. And so as we continue to plan future cheetah chats, what are some topics you would like to hear about? What are some things you guys would like for us to cover, to address in a cheetah chat? So, type out, tell us what you think in the chat of different ideas or topics you would like for us to cover, and things like that. We want this to be interactive. We want to hear from you. We want to also offer this information to you. And so, yeah, let's collaborate on this cheetah chat, and let's have a chat. So let us know what your thoughts are. Anybody commenting in the chat?
No, not
Not
yet.
yet.
But this is new, so like hopefully someone will see it.
So our cheetah chats are going to be short. They're not going to be long. They're going to be 30 minutes in length. So we won't be on for an hour. And so that's pretty much the chat. Kyle wanted to introduce ourselves and kind of let folks know who we are and what we're doing and how we came to be and what this cheetah chat will be all about. So I think we've done our due diligence with this cheetah chat for our first episode.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, and I want to apologize for being dorky and fidgeting and looking at, I think there's definitely room for editing in post.
That's okay. It's our first episode. That's all right. We're gonna have some more information, some more topics. We're gonna grow as this continues to grow. So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that energy going. We're gonna keep that excitement for Cheetah Chat going.
Absolutely. And thank you to the two people who are viewing. I can't actually view who's viewing because I'm at that age where technology has surpassed me. I'm no longer, I don't think I'm a youth anymore. I can't figure a lot of this stuff out. Also, my logo is backwards on the Facebook Live. It was normal in Zoom, but then Facebook reoriented it. So
that's all right. This is our first chat. We're gonna get it together, Kyle, right?
We'll figure it out.
But we thank you guys for those of you who are watching our first Cheetah Chat. Until next time, which will be on September 23rd, feel free to reach out to us. Give us some ideas of what you think would be a good Cheetah Chat for us to cover, or people to interview, or programs or organizations to interview. We would love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at cheetahfight.org. I said at cheetah fight. That's the Instagram handle, right? At cheetah Philly.
Yeah, Instagram at Cheetah Philly, Facebook at Cheetah Philly, and our email,
It's
cheetah
at
fight.org.
We're gonna get it together, I promise you guys. All right, until then, have a great Monday. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.